So to start with, first we should know, as I'm saying, a person with more publication in a star category, so we should know more. So I'm just
Associate Professor, Management Technology, Nadia Dr. Abhishek Sarkar completed his PhD in Marketing Management from ICLA University, Dehradun, and MBA in Marketing Management from Maharashtra University of Technology, West Bengal. As Associate Professor in IIT NCR and BS Kannada. Sarkar presented various research papers in different national and international conferences and has published more than 50 research papers in various ABDC listed journals, including ABDC free journals. Has served as ABDC journals like the National Journal of Hospitality Management, Information Technology, Quantitative Market Research, the International Journal and Journal of Consumer Marketing. Perhaps also received international 2017 Young Management Research Award from the Association of Indian Management Scholars Internationally. We went to research.
So we welcome once again to Dr. Abhishek Sarkar and not taking much of your time.
Associate Professor.
Not taking much of your time, I would request sir to please address our August gathering with your research findings and research outcomes. Thank you, sir. Please.
To all to PIMR, my sincere thanks and hearty thanks for giving me this opportunity to be here. My sincere thanks to Dr. Devashish. One day he suddenly called me, and honestly saying, before that I didn't know about him, I didn't interact with him. So to some extent, he knew me because he knows someone at IMT who knows me. Okay, this way. So I got the opportunity anyway to be here, and I am really so about hospitality. Okay, so I am really, really grateful to you that you have given me a chance to come here and present something or share my experience with you. Okay, so I try to share my experience here, and as the title of the topic is experience sharing. Okay, so any point of time, please don't hesitate to interact with me. If you have any query, any doubt, or it should not be very dry presentation, research, but it is dry. So I will just interesting. I completed my PhD in 2002 from Eighteenth course were a PhD level and excellent actually. That time actually it was excellent, and that really helped me to know how to write a research paper. So I must thank ICFI for that. Okay. For everything I have achieved till today, ICFI has a significant contribution to that. So very good faculty members there who used to come and taught us. Okay. So after ICFI, IMT, my present IMT graduate, I joined IMT in 2015. Since I am working here, I joined yes, I 2019, I became associate professor. Now I'm working as associate professor of marketing there. I think I must thank Reserach for giving immense opportunity to its faculty members to publish and grow. So whatever I have published today, I must thank IMT Reserach. Okay, and till date, briefly about publication. strictly. So as per EBDC, I have published 4 ester and 24 category publications, making it total 28. So they 28 publications, and that is one reason that IIT government promoted me in 2019 application for the ASF accreditation also, because these days accreditations are very much tied up with publications. We all know accreditation and ranking. So today it should be very open interaction kind of. First thing, I am very happy to interact with few of you. I didn't interact with few other faculty members. I hope that I will be explaining something or sharing something. All of you have been interacting with me, please share with me. More people have any questions, please ask me, interrupt me. Actually, मैं 2013 में in 2013 में published the first research paper. My first research paper was category that is journal of brand management. So my thesis was on brand management. More specifically, my thesis topic was brand desire. How to have scale to measure brand desire. So that was my thesis topic. This topic was published in January 2013. My publication journey started in 2013, and it is exactly 2023. Yes. During this 10 years, I wrote this type of publications after putting a lot of effort, and due to God's grace, sometimes God helped me a lot. Yes, thank you. To achieve the publication. During this 10 years, I have made total 44 ABDC publications. Out of these total 44 are registered and 24 are remaining are B and C. Okay. Now, if I start, what is most difficult in a particular research paper that you find as per your experience? What is most difficult part of the paper that you find to convince your reviewer? What will be your reply, please? What will
सर PPT ऑन करना है क्या? PPT ऑन.
what do yes now yeah. So what do you try to of the paper that you find but these what we structure. Please. Research method. Research method. So I will do it. I will show you how to do it in a meeting. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I was actually expecting that. I find it difficult, personally. Very difficult. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir. Discussion of the result. Discussion of the result. Result section, general discussion. Okay, I will do that. Here. That will be in the beyond presentation. Any difficulty?
So, yeah.
Fine.
Keep down and things can be done, and this will be the most difficult thing normally we find in this.
Yes, basically, I think it is also correct, but Madam has no idea. So, everybody is the idea. Yes. That will save your paper. That will easily save your paper. Very difficult. And I think, even my personal experience, not difficult task. It is difficult. So, actually, what happens, very, I must say, before beginning my presentation, as Professor Raja just told in his speech that he was a CEO. He earned his experience mainly as CEO of different groups. Okay, and he is actually maintaining an implication of my paper at the end, targeting his CEO, and obviously CEO feels that management implication is not relevant for industry. Okay, and these days the journal is becoming very critical. It cannot satisfy the people like Professor Raja, who are the CEOs. Okay, and the CEO cannot produce of this research paper. CEO will be the inner of this design process. Our application will be everything. Cases and research paper lacks managerial implication. We develop model. Okay, something we develop different types of model. In the faculty members are innovative, I must say. But after that, managers don't find it appreciable. Okay, that is a big problem. And I will come to that. This is a very brief introduction of it that I have already given. So now I can come to the tip of my presentation. So it should not be again, it must not be covered up. So please be with me and disturb me. How to write a title of your paper that I will present first. Okay, I will start from the title. Now, if that paper is organized, I will flow with that. Okay. So after the position of paper in introduction section itself. Okay. Organizing the hypothesis. Use methodology. I'll come to the methodology section that you already asked me. General discussion, theoretical contribution, management implications, some future research directions, and after there will be question and answer session. So can I start with we start with the title, but I will say that you please research the title of the paper at the end after writing everything. After finishing everything, because title is so important. Title should give an indication of the value of the paper. When I get a paper for review, what I see first. When I get a paper for review, I just look at the title. When the mail comes from the editor, from Journal of Product and Brand Management or Journal of Brand Management, whatever, that you are invited to please review this paper title. Okay, I just look at the title. So to see what is running in my area or not, right? As a reviewer, they will see whether there is any catchy thing in the title. If the title is not catchy, keep it a simple satisfaction, brand loyalty, all those traditional concepts on which thousands of papers have already been published. I will normally reject the review request. I will not review. If I find something interesting, a concept which is in the title that it is here, then automatically I will agree to review that paper. Right? Because I will learn something new. Right? So you review a catchy title will attract your attention and you will be more willing to review the paper. Okay. So title is very, very important. And decide very judiciously. What you title? What should these are the characteristics of your title. Your title should indicate the industry context of your study. Number one, in your title, it should mention that it is in CAD sector, it is in transportation sector, it is in it is in IT sector, etc., etc. Which sector, which economic sector you are choosing? Many times you forget to mention that in our title. Who is normally in our title and sector is so important that sometimes you see when you try to submit any channel, you have to give some keywords. Okay, that is not research paper keywords. I am not talking about the research paper keywords. I am talking about the journal. When you are registering yourself on the journal, you are selecting keyword. In that sector, keywords will be there. Okay, there are many journals like information technology and Google, etc. They publish many information technology related journals. Okay, so some journals industry specific very much, and then so please mention that in your title. Number two, your title should indicate the central concept of your model. Okay. Are you writing your paper on mainly how to make your customers loyal towards your app. Are you building an app environment? That means you want to investigate the factors that you make your customers more involved in the app. So that after downloading the app, after installing the app, they continuously interact with that. So customers will be more involved in that, will interact with that. So what is the central theme of your paper? The central theme of your paper is app involvement. Okay, that is the central theme. There are to make other factors in your paper. When you're making a research model, normally there have to be 6, 7, 10 different variables in a research model. Not we have a tendency, we try to connect anything with structural equation model, that we try to make an arrow model kind. Okay, we have to try to make an arrow model, and our arrow will connect many things. Okay, there are so many variables, all not important. We are not achieved. Several. Make your paper simple to editorial and some interesting variable. So, how do you find interesting variable from which you model? That means there should be a central variable in your model, right? That central variable should be like satisfaction. There are lots of papers have already been published. The central variable should not be simple loyalty. So you don't need to know anything new about that. Find a variable that will carry the eye of the editor. You please refer to the latest issues of journals. That is the only way. The latest issues of journals, the latest issues are in my area, the latest issue of Journal of Germany, for example. Journal of Women in Germany. In the latest issue of marketing specialist and marketing resource academy, as I will say, if you just go to the issues in the variables, okay, they are the trending variables, they are the trending variables. Okay. So many interesting paper are getting published in journal of marketing. Many these papers only many other publications abstract of these papers. Okay. These papers, so the difficulty in journal of marketing in 2019 are submitted by paper to journal of marketing. So I will be years. Such a detailed review of the paper. It is such a different journal and such a large review the editor gave me. I just incorporated all these reviews and submitted the same paper to ESTA, which is European Journal of Marketing. And then we got published in the European Journal of Marketing in 2019 only 2 divisions. And I incorporated all the comments in the Journal of Marketing. It was so inside that paper can completely change. So you can also try to submit what I have learned. You can try to submit your paper, whatever paper it is. You will not be sure about the quality. You don't have to be very sure about the quality. Just experimentation. You submit it to a data journal, a corporate journal, and start from the top. Starting from the top, you definitely come down. You don't be and number comments in this statement. Very easy for you to crack a step by doing that. So initially it might be a weaker weighted paper, but it will become a step. Okay. So don't think that it is general consumer psychology, JCP, it will not interpret in my paper. What should I submit to JCP? No submit. There is no question. Channels which have no gatekeeping, there are few journals which are gatekeeping. We all know the author profile matters, from which institute we are, and most importantly, foreign authors matter a lot in many journals. If you have foreign authors in your group, honestly saying, we must admit that it is their very important factor. But honestly, I would say there are few journals which accept Indian authors paper. Journal marketing, let us find the thing. They are encouraging Asian authors. They want more and more paper from Asian authors because they want very niche research topics from Asia, Southeast Asia. Okay. So we don't have Asian associate editors, the general marketing. And I can share one news with you. Recently, I have submitted on my paper in Journal of Marketing with a foreign co-author, Professor Wang, okay, from New Haven University, USA. That paper, fortunately, one time review. I gave him extra. Now it is the first one to review Journal of Marketing. But not only here. I will give comments after 2 months, a huge comment, the paper is rejected. But I will incorporate all the comments. I try to incorporate all the comments and sell it for another outlet. Okay, this way. So start from the top and please go through the latest issues on all these different top journals. Top journals. The term is very important. Top ranked journal. The latest issues of top ranked journal will give you interesting concept. You take the concept from there and include in your model. Your model will be interesting and your model will be a different kind of model. Okay. So don't, if currently someone is publishing in a C category journal, B category journal, it is the group of everyone. Refer to the top ranked journal, take some concept from there, include in your model. Your paper will be elevated from C or elevated from B. The status of the model will be elevated. Okay. The catchy concept is very, very important. Your title should indicate the key research question that your paper intends to address exactly what Madam told. It is very difficult to develop a research question that is not addressed till now. Yes, please.
Well, I got to know from my colleagues that sometimes they publish their paper on a very, very renowned journal. But I think that there is some kind of fake journals are also going on. Same kind of name. So how we can find out that this journal is relevant for us? Like you're saying that top ranked journals. So we can find top ranked because there is legal journal also going on.
Very good question. I must add this thing. There are many journals, even I will name one for two. Okay. Because has been banned with the last ABDC RH. ABDC is 2019. Banned few journals. We are know these journals were known to be limited journals, but they were publishing papers only before taking remunerations from the authors. Okay. So these journals have been banned. Now, these way there are many paid journals which are not authentic, and you should not submit to those journals right away. Number one. Number two, already download the latest ABDC or ABS list. Okay. After downloading the list, you will find the ISBN number for every journal, and that number is unique. So only you submit it to paper to a particular journal. Sometimes you find journal of marketing or something, somewhere it can be Indian journal of marketing like that. Okay. Many similarities you will find across journal and you may get confused. Please match the ISBN number. Okay. That is there for every journal and that is unique. So whenever you are submitting, change that number. And that means the journal is authentic. As well as publisher. Try to submit with good publishers here. Or good publishers, very reputed publishers like Sage, like Wiley, like Human, like Gerson here. Okay? These publishers don't run fake journals. Don't submit a paper to unknown publishers' journal. Publisher will indicate the fakeness of the journal. Don't try to do that. So wasting your time and resource and energy. Okay? So identify that to publish and publish in those journals. And also down to the list first. ABDC and ABS follow that. ABDC is very distant. In ABDC, you will find many journals. Okay, many journals in particular topic area. ABS is little tougher. In ABS, you will find less number of journals in a particular domain. because ABS gives little more strict ranking to their journals. So if you try to follow ABS, you may get disheartened very soon. Because ABS is not also followed by most of the Indian institutes. In Indian institutes, we follow ABDC. So try to follow ABDC. ABDC has many academic journals. Even you don't explore. If you explore, you will see many journals can follow very quickly. Please, madam. Yeah. For most of the journals, they come up with special issues. Okay, the special issues are normally particular theme, special theme. That means that journal, say one particular journal is having regular issues in a year, so it publishes for that. There are some regular issues in a year. Other than regular issues in a particular year, it will come up with a fifth issue that will be a special issue. What is a special issue? Special issue will give you a topic, and your paper must be on that topic. Only it will be accepted in that special issue. Okay. So special issue is on green car. So your paper should be on green car, green vehicle quantity. Okay. Then only that special issue will accept your paper for reviewing. Okay. Normally, we always target special issue. People say that there is a special issue released by this journal. Try that. Okay. I find personally it is difficult to catch special issue compared to normal issue. Why it is difficult to catch special issue? The equation is very simple. It has a limited number of papers that it will accept, and there is a community who have to compete. Okay. So if you are certain desperate and you are not getting publication, okay, for the last 7-8 months there is no publication, okay, I have to do something in this year. Never try special issue. The rejection rate is very high. Always submit your regular issue. If you are very confident about your paper's content that is very well matching with the special issue topic, then only submit your paper to special issue. And then only you will start in your paper. Number one, it will go for you. So after the rejection rate will be high. Okay, that is it. Research question. How should we frame our research question? We must remember that depending on research question, the paper will be finally accepted. It is the most critical part of the paper, that is the heart of the paper. Research question you are at this. The research question, customer satisfaction is leading to customer loyalty. And research question is, what is the driver of loyalty? What is the driver of loyalty? Satisfaction drives loyalty. Is there something unknown? No, there is nothing unknown. What should we make certain research question? And if we see research question, the first jump, we will reject your paper. And even say, what I'm doing, you are wasting my time. I have reviewed so many papers on the same research question. Okay. So, you are making a model in your paper. Say, your model has 10 variables. And all variables are our related features. There are antecedents, there are variables, there are consequences, there are modifiers, etc., etc. So it's a big arrow word. No. So since there is no arrow, what is the research question that is the heart of your paper? Research question is not arrow. That X is leading to Y, then that is a research question. Leading to research question. That most of the I and that is so important. So it is leading to you. That is a research question. These are not research questions. These are the relationships that you are testing in your model. Now, all of these relationships together should boil down to one or two big research questions. That will help the industry practitioners in the particular industry, and that will extend some old theory in a new manner. Okay, so your research question should be related to the heart of your model, heart of your study model. That your whole model is studying this. This is your research question. Okay. So normally in a paper, when you're writing, it is better that after intro stage, after intro section, you write your RQ1, RQ2. Don't make 5 research questions. Whenever you are writing 4 or 5 research questions, that means you are just translating your errors into research questions. No. Write 1 or 2 research questions that will be very philosophical or that will be very holistic. That will really be a whole model. So it is not about the variable. Research question is not about one variable. Research question is about the whole. Your model is your model stands for this. That is your research question. That's all. Okay. So be very critical about the research question. Okay. Paper, when you're writing paper, normally what we do, most of the papers, we actually do quantitative modeling. We normally don't try to develop new theories. Right? We don't try to develop new theories because it is super difficult to make a new theory. Okay, and so many theories have been already developed. Theory of plant behavior, stimulus organism response model, okay, etc., etc., etc. There are existing theories there now. If you are trying to develop a new theory, most of the time, 99% chance it will be rejected because this theory will be similar to some existing theory. And you have to tell what is this? What is new in this theory? It is not a theory at all. So it don't be theory developed. We use quantitative modeling, we finally use regression, we finally use structural equation modeling, we use gauge process macro modeling, we use experimental design, but what we doing? We are quantitatively validating some phenomena that should be backed up by theory. So your research question should address the key phenomena of your model that will be interesting to the practitioners. Okay. Now, for example, to give you one example, in 2019, European Journal of Marketing, my paper authored by me, Hello Be Thy Brand. The title is Hello Be Thy Brand. What does it mean? It means that when the brand is hallowing you, okay, hello effect of a brand. That is the research question. How a brand can get hello effect. Okay. Now, what are the variables in my model? In my model, there is a new and unique variable that is brand sacredness. That is the paper published in European Journal of Marketing, ESTA paper, and that is one of my favorite paper that has been cited by many now. First time, we propose that brand sacredness is something that is superior to brand loyalty. Sometimes we can be polygamously loyal to a particular brand. Lower brand loyalty scale, any brand loyalty scale, for example, shows that degree to which you are willing to buy the brand in future. It is actually the degree of your purchase intention, future purchase intention, behavioral or attitude. Okay. That does not explain that if I am loyal to brand X, I will also not be loyal to brand Y. I can be loyal to simultaneous brand at the same time. Okay. That is the error I addressed in that paper. So brand loyalty measurement till date is spurious. It has problem. It is not solving the polygamous attitude of the consumer. Consumers are polygamous, rarely consumers are monogamous. And we propose a new concept that is called brand sacredness. That means that you will consider these brands as superior among the brands that you love or like. For example, Apple fanatic, an Apple fanatic, what price Apple takes? Okay, Apple can charge you for the charger. Apple cannot give you the charger also free, but still will buy Apple. Why? What is the problem with Samsung? Because of the fanatic, you consider that Apple cannot be matched. Okay, what innovation is there that is not there in the, for example, OnePlus? Even one Apple customer may not buy OnePlus. We leave OnePlus and buy Apple. Why? Because Apple customer thinks that Apple is supreme among all other brands. That is called POD. That is the exact psychological point of difference, and that is called brand sacredness. That I addressed in that paper. And the paper, the reviewer gave the comment that it is something new really and has not been measured till now. So we develop a scale to measure brand sacredness in that paper. So degree to which you find that brand is as sacred as godly entity. Can you replace God with brand? Okay. Look, Google. God does not do anything. God will not help you. When you can travel, Google can help you. But you can travel. Google? Yes. It's possible. So you can measure. Yes. Your title should indicate the specific customer segment that the study is focusing. Your study is among the your title lessons. Please mention that in your title. Your study is about the agent. Mention that in your title. Your study is about students, only students. Mention that in your title. So title should make it very clear which segment your model will be applicable. Okay. Now, try to make your title little catchy, maybe by adding suitable idioms. Hello, these are brand. Is the title catchy? Many people may find it little catchy. Okay, you can choose your idioms, okay, to make it little catchy. That is the ornament part. Okay, I'm talking about the ornamental part. Okay, if your title is like that, developing a scale to measure brand sacredness among the fans of Apple. If I make a title like that, that will be very monotonous to read. Okay, so I give the title "Hallowed be thy brand." So at least people will think, what is that halo? Okay, from where the halo is coming. Okay, people will be interested. So make it catchy. However, the title should be ideally within 8 words and not long. There are many journals which restrict the one line of your title. Your title should not be very long. Sometimes your title just not incorrect. Title is very precise, but within that you have to cover all of this. Okay, your title is satisfactory and title is very exciting. This is very important. Your title is exciting. Interested to at least review your paper. And after that, he or she will come down from the title. Will read the body of the paper. Even title is not interesting, then you will read the body of the paper. So, yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, that to be very genuine concern. Right? These problems happen to me. One or two, three papers, the idioms work very well. In one of my paper, I used a certain idiom and reviewer told this is just taken from somewhere. Okay, please edit it. Okay, I changed the type. That is a concern. Yes, it is there. And normally we take it from internet, some mediums, okay. And normally it should not, if it is very short, it will not contribute much. But if it is a long medium, it will contribute to a plagiarism. The overall plagiarism will be included. It should be very short, 2, 3 words. There it is all. Yeah. Yes. I hope the people are finding it good. Is it okay? Thank you. Please ask me. The example that a person liked. So some example. I hope the people open here. Yeah. Oh, I think window B. Yeah. It's duplicate, right? Yeah. Yes. This is the latest paper published in 22 European Journal of Marketing. Oh. Yeah. The title is focus on the title because my point is only the title. Presumption through advertisement. leveraging on advertising format and your elements to take a separate trend. Now see, why this title is good? Why I call this title good? The reason is that presumption is something new, which is the first word in this title. My main central theme of my model is presumptions. Okay. What? Who are the presumers? Presumers, we have already heard the term like co-creation. Yeah. We have already had the term like co-creation. Very boring term. Okay. Co-creation means when consumers are co-creating along with the producer. Consumers are taking part in the production process. Okay. So when, for example, when Tanishq Mia is encouraging its consumers that you come to our factory, you give your design, we will design the jewelry based on your design, and we will hire you for best design. Okay, that is called co-creation. Right. Now the co-creation has been published a lot in different journals. Okay. More than 50,000 papers have been published on co-creation already. But unfortunately, this model was related to co-creation. But instead of using the term co-creation, we use the term prosumer. Why? Because after writing the whole paper, suddenly we got another paper. The paper is very poorly cited. No one cited that paper. Very less people cited that paper. That particular paper was published in, I think, 1985 or somewhere. First time. That paper talks about presumption theory of presumption. And I went through the theory. And after that, it found that this theory is actually the basic theory of co-creation. So many years before, it talks about the theory. And today, all the co-creation papers are based on actually that theory. So we use the presumption theory instead of co-creation theory. So you can say, मैं थोड़ा घूम के नाम दिखा रहा हूँ. Okay. Some tactics that you have to follow. Presumption, reviewers never heard about this. Okay. Few reviewers probably have heard. I should not undermine the knowledge of the reviewer, but many reviewers may not have heard about it. The presumption theory is there. Yes. Yes.
And coordinated consulting. It's very difficult to find out.
We cannot change the meaning of that.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Like the
Even-
demand is there, demand.
Yeah.
We cannot change the-
Demand, supply.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can-
Stakeholder. Yes. Yes.
Maybe, these
Yeah.
keywords cannot be changed because,
When I discuss with my IIT finance colleague, okay, they also say the same. Normally, our IIT Hyderabad, the marketing department publishes the most.
Yes.
You will check the number of applications, okay? And they know something. Yeah, they're more, they got more citation. More citation.
people get jealous, right?
Others people are very jealous, okay? Because sir, after what we can I must admit that I'm taking that blame. It is very true. Yeah. And maybe finance is little dry. That's why I didn't get finance in my PhD. I was thinking when I was choosing for the first time. Sir,
Human behavioral aspect of it.
yes. Yes. In psychology, you will find many terminology. But because marketing basically borrows from psychology. Okay. This approach is brand factor that I was talking about. That is from psychology. Okay. But really in finance, terminology is very rigid. You cannot play with that. Okay. There are very scientific terminology. But these type of terminologies are also there in psychology. And you can play with some wording. Okay. For example, especially in branding, my area, you will find brand affinity, etc., etc.
Yes.
brand affinity, brand sympathy. Okay, all these things are from psychology only. So consumer to consumer, individual to individual relationships are mapped with individual to brand relationship. Okay, so we are considering brand as a person, and that is called brand anthropomorphization, which has a some limitation. Does brand anytime can come to you while running and help you and reciprocate you so quickly? No. But in this theory, you consider brand reciprocates. Reciprocates, okay? So brand, yes, sometimes resonance also in brand equity. Brand resonance is the topmost. Okay. How does it resonate? When the customer care will call you, then thing it can resonate. But when the customer care come to you, then it can resonate. Okay. So, sir, please.
Sir, we were talking about downloading the list of the journals. So, say for example, we downloaded the list of journals and we have some A-star journals in that. So, how to find the best A-star journals? Say for example, based on the title or priority or maybe the ease of publication of the journal. Very good question. Yes.
Journal verification is the first important thing. Okay, that we must do at the beginning when you are thinking about your research topic or research question. Now, when your research question is final, you take the key term from your research question. Okay, say it is about, for example, in my area, how do I search? Okay, there are a few key journals which publishes consumer brand emotional relationships. Okay. Now, Journal of Product and Brand Management, Journal of Brand Management, they publishes most of the papers related to consumer brand emotional relationship and interaction. I work in the same area. So there are few journals which I already know that they are pretty common. They publish paper in that region. Now there are few many other journals that I don't know. Yes. So from ABTC list, if you download the list first, it is an Excel list. Okay, big list. Okay. Now in that list, Control F, after giving a Control F, what you do? For example, you are publishing a paper on consumer to app interaction. You are studying app involvement basically. Okay. App interaction or app involvement. That is the core theme of your paper. Okay. Then the appropriate keyword you just give interactive. You will find journal like Journal of Interactive Marketing, which will be very suitable for your key theme. Okay. Okay. So you just have to take the word from your research question, appropriate search word, type it in the control of your evidence list, and you select only those journals which are related to interactivity. Then only your paper will not be rejected at the editorial desk. Okay.
Okay, so we should not be worried about the ease of publication and all those things, right? So we should be worried about the theme of the journal basically.
Theme of the journal, very important for A-star and A category journals at least. And B and C category journals, there are many. There are many which publishes wide variety of topics. I can say little frankly, there are many C category journals which publishes wide variety of topics. People targeting C category journals, there is a chance that they will accept many variety of topics. A category journals are very rigid about that. Yes, sir, so obviously they are very critical about journalism. A category journals, most of them are very rigid about their theme, aim, and scope. Aim and scope of the journal must match with your key research question. Otherwise, it will be just be at the beginning. Okay. C category not much of problem. But me, B categories, because this is a journal's authenticity. Journal's authenticity depends on that. If a journal is publishing anything, that cannot be really verified journal. Okay. So editors are very critical about it. And very good question. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. You are the agency books and research question that you are addressing here. If that is not nice, A category journal, I can keep it in writing that they will just reject your paper. Okay, they will not take. Okay, they will not take. For example, the journal Product and Brand Management. It is an A category.
That is SCM or CFA. Yeah. So does it impact the acceptance, the not having?
Exactly this question I'm going to address in the methodology section, but if you are asking, I'm telling it now. LCM and CFA is a very widely used technique. Now, few reviewers, as per my experience, few reviewers have become little negative towards using LCM. Right? What is the reason? Because they are telling that you are not trying to manipulate consumer choice. If you are not manipulating consumer choice, then how you are doing the experiment? Few reviewers are supporting experimental design. They are telling that you give stimulus to your respondent, divide them into groups, say exposed to ad, not exposed to ad. They measure their brand addiction. Then you say that those who are exposed to ad, they should be more develop more positive attitude towards the brand, and those who are not exposed, they should develop less positive attitude towards the brand. Then the effectiveness of the celebrity enhancement in your ad, you properly succeed. Okay. So yes, causal research design should be experimentally based. Okay. Now reviewers are very much favorable towards experimental designing. And I also admit that experimental designing can give you a better picture compared to using only linear regression. Okay. In linear regression, what we are doing, sir? We are taking items from here and there, and we are just adding. Now everything is situational. Marketing, everything is situational. When you are doing an experiment, you are doing it under a particular situation. You are taking a control group who are not exposed to, you are taking an experiment group who are exposed to, and you are measuring the difference. Obviously, you will get more weight. Obviously, you will get more weight. Yes, yes, yes. For example, control group you can take in an experiment where I am doing right now. I'm just sharing a project where the topic is that tourists who want to travel with their pets. Okay. This topic I have taken from recent Journal of Marketing publication. The particular central topic is from Journal of Marketing article. One article. They tell you that those people who want to travel with their pet dogs, they are so interested to travel with their pet dogs that they sometimes cancel their trip because they cannot take their pet with them. There may be a hostel facility, you can keep your pet in a pet hostel, that is okay, but they don't want that. They want such hotel where pets are allowed. Okay. Yes. Airline companies should try, they are trying. You are trying, yes. By giving extra fee, they are trying. Hotels are really trying this. Okay, many hotels are doing what they are doing. They are doing event marketing, taking paid and without taking paid, and they are seeing where customers are more interested. Okay, so they are doing some CSR event. Now, say tree plantation, they are organizing and they're inviting the local people in a residential complex with their pets. And they're measuring their engagement in the participation, their willingness to visit the hotel, etc., because the hotel is sponsoring that event, and that is sponsored there. And another event is conducted where pets are not allowed. You have a pet, but you are not allowed to come with your pet. You come, enjoy, you will get a gift also. But surprisingly, paper says that if you are getting gift, but if you are not able to bring your pet, you are unhappy. You are unhappy. And where you are not getting a gift,
engagement with that event is less.
yes, engagement is much less.
Just it can go back soon.
Yes. Yes, significantly less. So what is the managerial implication? Managerial implication is that pet-friendly hotel should communicate their advertisement and event with pet. Okay, advertisement should always feature pet. Event should be conducted with pet to generate more response from the customers. Okay. That is possible only through experimental designs, not in structural equation model. Okay, this is the difference. Now, any question? Yes, ma'am.
My question relates to the previous one.
Yeah.
That if we go for targeting a journal so directly that we go for an app-based title and we go for a interactive journal, and in case the journal rejects our paper.
Yeah.
Now, when we go to that narrowing approach towards the titles or the journals.
Yeah.
So at that time, once the journal rejects, then it becomes very difficult to get them published again. And that cycle makes it very difficult.
Then one thing I must say, very good question. One thing I must say, if your paper research question is really novel, if from one journal it gets rejected, you don't have to be wrong. There will be journals you will publish. But if the research question is not very noble, say sometimes it happens we write paper to students. The quality of the paper is not great because students write, I'm not undermining students, students are present there. Please don't take me wrongly. Students are introduced to research for the first time. And many times students request that ये पेपर हम लोग कर रहे हैं तो आप एक जर्नल में जो डाल दो. Then I select those journals which are more acceptable towards any kind of topic. Okay, quite variety of topic, and that is the practical. But when you are writing a very critical paper based on a very niche research question, then you will get journals that will publish it.
I have one more question. What's your take on systematic literature review?
Very difficult to publish in the top journal. Honestly saying, I have tried a lot and failed. The reason is that normally systematic literature paper it took place in a special issue, which is inviting only systematic literature review. It is good. There is a chance of publication, high chance of publication. Normally, there are journals which publish quantitative papers. When they are publishing quantitative or qualitative papers, they don't encourage systematic literature review on it. Okay, number one. Number two, if they are getting a systematic literature review, they want a very rigorous systematic literature review. And at the end of the paper, there should be a conceptual model. You will find some systematic literature review paper. This is not only literature review. At the end, there is a model, there is a framework, and there is a future research direction. Yes, that paper will be interesting. Okay. If you just do a literature review and if you send it to a journal, largely it will be rejected. Largely. Because journals are not interested in a plain paper. They want something interesting, and that interesting thing should be the model at the end of the paper. So, please.
Research gap is there.
Yes, research. For example, when we are writing systematic literature review, we normally review by taking papers from the first publication era. We take papers from 1970, 1980 till 2022. Okay, I will take the all different types of publication in different journals. Except you very bad journals which are not indexed anywhere. Ignore them. Those journals which are indexed, you should consider. That is the number one rule in systematic literature. Now, when you are doing a review, normally you make a table, like tabular format, right? So in the tabular format, you will create a column called future research gap. Okay. Now, from those tables, the reviewer should see that you have also analyzed the gap in every paper. Those gaps should form a model at the end of the day. Okay. And that will be a part of systematic literature. Little difficult to write, I would say, very difficult to write. Okay. Empirical work is easier compared to systematic literature. If you are targeting a category.
So,
Yes.
this is not question of this video suggestion, sir. Like for a good research, on research should give a very good suggestion. And these days, because everybody into this, so like people are actually reluctant to put a question. How would it to extract data from sample? Yes, if we need to and the second question like that. So, for example, if you have the region of market.
Still number one decision is time at this regarding sample size. Sample size should be as large as possible. That is the rule of thumb. Larger the sample size, better it is. Okay. But in order to do that, we should not take any unethical means because you have to submit your data. The reliability of your data will be checked by any time. Okay. So normally, if I am collecting data transparently, normally the sample size will be 300 like that. That's a decent sample size if we are doing a linear regression, like structural regression modeling, etc. Okay, that is okay, perfectly fine. If you are reaching 250, 300, beyond that, not required. Okay. Normally, journals will not at least reject your paper based on your sample size. That is true. But if your sample size is 100, no, very bad. Okay, 100 is not good. It should be 200 plus, like that, rule of thumb. Okay. Normally, there are equations. the number of items that you are using in your questionnaire, total number of items, 10 times. Few people say 5 times, but 10 times.
10 times.
I will say 10 times.
Adequate.
Adequate. Yeah, that is required. Number one. Number two, what was the second question, madam? Please. Yeah. Secondary data system is very common in business and economics area. Like, for example, when I was doing a course, I was using Progress. American, there is a data, many of the data, right? Yes. Secondary data. Secondary data can be cross-checked anytime. You have a string if you are using a secondary data, you have a logic, and from this data, you are giving a link. From this database, these data related to the industry are extracted because this is the only data set that provides this data, and you are not collecting this data. Okay, so a less sample size can also be accepted. Reviewer is bound to accept that. That reviewer cannot reject your paper based on that. But a primary data reviewer can reject the paper because of low sample size. Secondary cannot. Okay, yeah, that is there. Sir, please.
So, sir, what was your sample size in this paper of
In this paper, we conducted 3 studies, and for every study, the average sample size was like that 180, 190. Okay, so combining, it is more than 300, 400, near about 400, for 3 studies together, taking together. Now, there is one point. If you are doing a structural equation modeling, which is normally used in marketing, as well as in finance and HR also, there is a straight rule. The number of items that you are using multiplied by 10, that should be your sample size. Okay. If you are doing experimental designing, there is no such rule. Experimental design, how many respondents you are inviting? Okay. Now, sir, if I am conducting a real experiment, it is very realistic. It is very unrealistic that 500 people will participate in that experiment. It will never happen. If I am doing a laboratory experiment in this lab of the institute, how many students I can gather in one experiment? Hardly one section. That will be the strength of one section. That can be 40, 50, 60. So a group size will be little small. And that is allowed in experimental design. You also understand that you are conducting an experimental design. You are not doing a survey pan India. If you are conducting a pan India survey, you are writing that you have loaded online questionnaire link. And your online questionnaire was sent to many people residing in many metro cities. Okay, or Facebook. Okay, friends. Then obviously sample size will be like that. Sample size can be 500 plus. But for experimental design, it is not sample size is okay. That is realistic. That is realistic. Yeah, okay. I'll also be happy if we get 5 minutes break.
Yes.
Right. So after 5 minutes, we'll assemble.
So then we have 5 minutes, so you is in the abuse, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So we assemble the okay. So we like we're not talking about the industry. And it can be some again presentation. Thank you.
You are doing it very well.
Thank you so much.
One cup more tea. That's all. So can we start again? Yeah. So we can start again.
We can do one thing.
Yeah.
There are.
So, yeah, again, we can come back to our topic. Then after title, I now want to talk about introduction of your paper. So as Professor Nitin is telling all the question answers, I am keeping last 15-20 minutes for question answer. Okay. So I am just finishing my content. There are many slides. Thank you. It is great if you start with in your intro with any recent problem faced by industry that got published in any practitioner's report or article that is exactly matching with the research problem that you want to address. We have a notion that research paper means always academic journal paper should be cited. No, your literature review should be based on academic journal, but your intro should be based on practitioner's report. Like Forbes, you can cite Forbes kind of magazine where your problem has been discussed by the industry practitioners. That industry practitioners are facing this type of problem. Okay, academic journals are academic journals. That is a different category altogether. But industry, if you cite practitioners magazine, then reviewer will believe that your problem is relevant for industry. Okay, and it is very important to convince the reviewer this way.
So should it not be part of the website?
In abstract, sir, never cite any link or any reference in abstract. It is against the rule. If you give any reference in abstract, reviewer will ask you remove that reference. Okay, so abstract will just tell the gist of your paper in a nutshell without any citation. Just should not. Highlight you can mention in the abstract without citation. Without citation. Yes, that is fine. That is fine. Addressing the highlighting, for example, the paid thing that I am doing right now, the paid project, hotels are trying to attract more tourists by allowing pets with them. That is published in many recent magazine articles, and they are all published in US and Europe, okay, as well as in India. The pet-friendly hotels are increasing in number. There are many reports. Those reports I should cite in the intro part. So reviewer will see, yes, this is a problem that is rising. Okay, and researcher is addressing that problem. Now I am selecting a typical academic problem, and from beginning I am starting in an academic tone. That means industry relevance got reduced at the beginning. My paper is totally theoretical. There is no industrial relevance. Your paper will get a low score. Start with magazine article citation. Okay. It is nice if you start your intro with a hypothetical situation, same as your research problem, with a dramatic story that will help the reviewer to understand your research problem in a story-like setting. For example, an interesting story I'm just telling you. I published one paper in Journal of Brand Management, which is a category it was related to brand embarrassment. Okay, brand embarrassment means there are some brands when you get associated with that, you feel embarrassed. For example,
In the paper, the examples are there. IIPM, we all know IIPM got banned. Okay, once upon a time, it was a legendary institute, especially IIPM Delhi. Okay, so the people who passed out from IIPM, after it got banned, they started feeling very embarrassed while showing their credentials. Okay,
So dissonance was there.
dissonance was there. And we interviewed this type of people. Okay, that was a qualitative paper, and we interviewed this type of people. So, how I started that paper, that is there in my Google Scholar profile, brand embarrassment. The paper starts with a situation that how embarrassing a person is feeling. Because by person has done something from somewhere, now he cannot change it, and the brand embarrassment got associated with his life. Okay, so brand embarrassment is a key issue. Okay, now how brand can mitigate this? That is the central research question of that paper. So you start with a drama. That drama, like a story, you can explain in your intro part. Okay, so it will show the weightage of your problem, gravity of your problem. Okay. Then your intro must not be a literature review. Very important point. Your introduction should not be your literature review because your literature review is different. You are already making a literature review section after intro. So what your intro should be, how it should be different from a literature review. Your intro should tell a story or drama with some practitioner background of the problem, that this problem has started since this time. People are mainly facing this problem in this sector. Okay, this is very emerging problem and many practitioners are talking about it. This type of, so you actually promote your cause of research. Okay, that is very important. So your intro should be more excitement generator rather than a boring literature review, because for a boring literature review section is there. Okay, you should not spend your intro for that. Now, the last paragraph of your intro should tell that in this area, no research has been done. That must be there in the last para of your intro. That is the research gap. Now, there are many papers already published in that particular area. Unfortunately, I didn't read them and I am writing no research has been done in this area. Please, no one should do this. Okay, because reviewers will search anything from Google Scholar. Reviewer will say this paper's already done this type of testing and you are telling that no research has not been done in this area. So totally baseless.
I think there is a dearth of research.
Dearth of research, normally we use this type of sentence without that up.
Supporting.
There should be support. Okay, that no research has been conducted in this area. It is very good that if you quote a good paper, that no research has been conducted in this area. Get a paper, get a gap of that paper and quote it. Okay, that is better support. Position your paper in intro itself here. How to write a research gap, that I exactly told. This way we have to frame our research gap. It should appear in the last para of your intro. You must position it at the end of your intro because reviewer will not know that this gap you are going to address and then reviewer will start reading your literature review. That means all your hypotheses should be centering around your gap. Okay, because your literature review is basically your hypothesis formulation, the basis of your hypothesis formulation. There is no gap in your literature because literature you are doing for your hypothesis. Okay, what is the gap that you tell first? Then you go to your hypothesis. Don't mention that no research has been conducted in this area. It is considered to be a very bad style. Okay, don't say directly like that. Write that the nature of relationship that may be any moderation or mediation that you have tested in your model in this paper that have not been studied recently in Indian context. This type of gap is okay, acceptable. So your customer satisfaction leads to loyalty. Just giving an example, already been tested in many papers. This is not a gap. You are examining that when customer satisfaction is actually impacting loyalty, other customers present in the service setting in a restaurant and your interaction with other customer can moderate that relationship. That is what gap. that you are testing. So moderation of other customers present in the setting has not been tested. That is your gap. Okay. Yes, now I'll come to our literature review part. Yeah. Don't make your literature review and hypothesis formulation in separate section. There is a misconception. Many people say that your literature review should be separate. There you should review your literature based on construct wise, construct X, Y, Z, etc., etc. Then you start your hypothesis formulation and write a logic for your hypothesis that X leads to Y, Y leads to Z, and do a separate section. No, I have done workshops of good editors, okay, abroad, US. Okay, they specially mention there are many editors in one workshop. Editors are very good journals. They are telling that when you are supporting your hypothesis, you are already giving your literature, right? You are giving your literature, and with the help of literature only you are supporting your hypothesis. So why you are making a literature review separate? Yes, ma'am. The heading of the section should be literature review and hypothesis formulation together. Okay? Make No, never, never. Solution should be totally in the study section. Only in the study section. No solution should be given, even indicated in the hypothesis section. Because when you are writing your hypothesis may be rejected, you don't know. The solution, by solution you want to mean the result, right? The result must not appear in the hypothesis part. No, not at all. All right. Good one.
Yeah.
And on the research can be set up.
The research gap should be explained at the end of intro and before literature review and hypothesis formulation. The logic is that research gap first you are identifying, and now you are telling that following literature review, we will formulate a set of hypotheses that will address this research. Something has not been touched. Yes, for example, at the end of my intro, I am telling that satisfaction leads to loyalty in case of restaurant service, but when you are dining in a fine dining restaurant, the other customers present in the fine dining environment moderate the effect of satisfaction on loyalty. Because I am seeing my similar status people in a restaurant, I will be more happy if I am seeing uncouth people, little uncouth people are sitting in a restaurant, okay, and showing the awkward gesture at me. Then while taking food, I will not be happy. So where hotel should be choosy about customers. Hotel should not allow anyone. If it is a very sophisticated fine dining environment, right? So other customer perception is moderating the effect of satisfaction on loyalty. That is the gap. Now I will do literature review on other customer perception, satisfaction, loyalty, and will formulate action. Okay. This way it should go. Yes.
Just like so experiment this time, for example, that like 20 campaigns influence.
Yeah.
Supposing there isn't much research done about such a new experiment. So is there a thing that we should go on?
Yeah, normally, this type of research has not been conducted in the recent past. This type of sentence you could not mention in the literature review. The reason is that objective of literature review is not to show gap. Objective of literature review is to just support your hypothesis logic. That why you are telling that X leads to Y. Why is not that Y leads to X? X is leading to Y, that is Y leading to X.
Take it more positive side. You're
Yeah.
trying to explore a new route.
Yeah, you are trying to reinforce your model and relationship. That is the purpose. But gap you already say in the intro part, you say your gap. Now in the literature part, you don't mention that no study has been conducted, etc., etc. Not like that.
But you actually, that is the growth, we don't get much studies on that. And what is the?
That you should mention in the intro, in the last paragraph, where you are defining your gap. There you say that we have reviewed X et al. Y et al, J et al, you keep in parentheses all those names and say, but these authors have not examined the moderation of other customer perception in restaurant context, and our research intends to fill this gap. That should be the tone. Then it is clear.
Sir, I also have a question.
Yes. Yes.
So in many A district journal and B category journal, I have seen that instead of review of literature, they give theoretical foundation. After introduction, it is being followed by theoretical foundation, and they take out the variables study, they explain the variables study to the literature, and then hypothesis. And then they just foundation and argument.
Nothing, it is nothing rather than it is the reviewer's suggestion. In one my paper, the reviewer told me that you wrote literature review. You better tell it a conceptual background. You change your title. So I changed it to conceptual background. It is just a nomenclature. Nothing. Just fancy of the review, and you have to satisfy it.
The journal is following certain guidelines.
A journal follows certain guidelines. If you go to the journal guideline, you'll find that in some journal it is mentioned conceptual background or theoretical background. Then you do like. Don't deviate from that. What is the central theory? Very important question. Most of the time, your paper will be rejected and reviewer will be asking that you have no central theory backup for your literature review and hypothesis. What is the central theory? So there in your model, you are testing so many relationships. And for every relationship, there can be some theory also. But they are not all your central theory. Your central theory should be such that should support your whole model field. So it is called stimulus organism response. If your model, you are experimenting some antecedent, these antecedents are stimulus, they are creating some organismic feeling in customer's mind, like brand love, my research area. Brand love should lead to brand loyalty. Okay. Now, SOR can be a central theory. Why? Why it is a central theory? Central theory should be the main theory. There can be many subsidiary theory, secondary theory. You mention them in your paper, but that is not your central theory. Your central theory should be the master of the theory. That you are saying that this theory is backing up my model. That's all. Normally, that should be very reputed and latest theory published in a very reputed journal. Okay. So it happens that in one paper we use 3 theories. All 3 are not. Thank you very much.
Please have it in between so that you can sit and you can
No.
talk for a while.
It's okay.
Please have it. Share passing.
No, I'll complete. Wait. So yeah, you can just keep it. Arrange the flow of your literature review as per your study model relationship in a sequential manner. This is very important for organizing your literature review. What is there? Say you have a study model, right? When you have a study model, you have X, Y, Z leading to A leading to B. Just giving an example. We make this type of model, right? So X, Y, Z leading to A and A leading to B. When you will do your literature review, then you write like that: X leading to A, Y leading to A, Z leading to A leading to B. This way. So the way you have made your model, you organize your literature in a strict way. Normally the flow will be better. The flow of your paper will be better. Okay. If you write from anywhere, so first you are explaining about X, then you are explaining about A to B, there will be no flow. So always make your model first. First make your model. So normally you have to do a lot of rough work. Sometimes you are making X, Y, Z leading to A leading to B. There will be moderator like A, may, no on different paths. You make the model first on a rough sheet. After making the model, you do your literature review based on that flow. That is better. The reviewer will like it always. Okay? Because reviewer will feel that whenever he is reviewing the literature review part, he is able to see the model that you have made. Okay, so this way. So do a proper flow. Each arrow in your model must be supported by logic derived from prior literature with citation. Normally, many papers get rejected because of this reason. Thing is that when I am telling, I'll explain it further. I will example. When you are telling X is leading to Y, are you giving any concrete reason why X is leading to Y? Why not Y is leading to X? Why you are calling that X is an antecedent and Y is the outcome? There are conditions. X should happen before Y and Y should happen after that time Y. Number one. Number two, in the absence of X, there should not be any Y. You have to give a support for both. Then only your hypotheses are concrete and logical. Normally, we don't do, sometimes we don't get support for that. And our hypotheses become weak. So in the absence of X, if Y is not happening, that is one very strong reason. And X should happen before, Y should happen after. That means X is an antecedent of Y. This way you have to write your hypothesis. Then only it is clear. Okay. Now if you are just doing a summary, that this X et al. Told this, Y et al. Told this, Z et al. Told this. No. Why is the logic? They told this many things, okay, fine. But why X is leading to Y? The question remains. The question should not remain. So when you are explaining why Y is leading to Z, why Z is leading to U, etc., there should not be any unanswered part that reviewer can ask you, I am not understanding why X is leading to Y. Okay, according to me, Y should lead to X. Okay, it should not happen. For all your moderation and mediation, your logic should be very, very strong. Moderation, mediation are very difficult to support. What is moderation and mediation? I'll tell you. Try to refer to paper from top journal as far as possible. When you write your paper, normally, because we are not getting support and we have to complete our literature review today, any journal we pick up, okay, any journal that maybe even not listed in focus sometimes just listed in focus, okay. Top journal will not accept that. For top journal, you give a support from A star A B, not below that. If you are writing for an A category journal, and most of your hypothesis should be supported by A or A star category paper, not below that. But that is against the reputation of the journal. Many journals follow strict criteria. In your reference list, if ABTC C category papers are more in number, the ABTC A category journal will not accept that paper, will be rejected. Because more and more bottom level papers you are citing. That means your research question has not been studied by top tier journal. If your research question has not been studied by top tier journal, it is not a worthy topic. It is not a good topic. Okay. So choosy, be choosy. I do that. I'll come to that. Try to refer from at least 5 years, within 5 years, last 5 years, more paper. More papers from last 5 years. Very, very important. Many times reviewers say, you have included very old studies. What about recent studies? Okay, year is very important. And try to refer to at least 5 papers or even more than that, just told just now, from the same journal. More papers from the same journal. Okay.
Cited.
More cited.
Because they would also feel like,
Yes.
you are citing them.
Yes, so their journal citation totally improve.
Yeah, their citation.
You will, every journal is cited. And the thing is that these days institutes are running for accreditation, okay, and journals are running for impact factor.
Impact.
Okay, so journals are competing for impact factor. This is the rule of thumb. Win-win situation for journal and author. Author, yeah.
We should refer it last day.
Yeah.
We should write the paper of that are published in it.
In that journal, Like most friends. Very important. Now, many times, even my few colleagues have told, don't do that. It does not look good. You are citing so many papers from the same journal. The editor will think that you are doing maska. You are lagawing maska to the editor. But you should do the patterning to the editor. It is required.
Because no
Okay.
dish can be prepared like
Yeah, without pattern.
this. It's
True.
incomplete.
True pattern. I can name you in the journal. I think you can find it in the evidence list. International Journal of Retail and Distribution Management, IJRTM. International Journal of Retail and Distribution Management is an A category journal in retailing. Good journal. 3 months before I submitted a paper. After 1 month, editor sent the paper back to me, not by rejecting. Editor told, please refer as many papers as you can from this journal and resubmit.
Okay, so that the impact factor is from that.
Yes.
Help us.
It will help. And most importantly, that journal was a B category journal before 2019. In 2019, that had got promoted as A category journal. So it is competing for more impact factor. So, yes, this is one model that got published in an A category journal, and why I am explaining this model got published in Information Technology and People, PIMR, A category in 2019. Okay. Now, sorry. I am just explaining this model just to clarify how you should write the logic of your hypothesis in your literature review section. Please follow me, the logic. There can be two types of app, hedonic app and utilitarian app. What is a hedonic app? Hedonic means enjoyable, something enjoyable. Yes, something funny, okay, exciting. So there are apps which are very enjoyable, okay, like there can be gaming apps which are very enjoyable, okay. That is called hedonic app. And there are utilitarian apps like Ola Uber, which are fulfilling your functional needs, right? Now there can be broadly two categories of app, okay, functional and emotional. Hedonic is emotional, utilitarian is functional. Hedonic and utilitarian both type of design should increase your app involvement. Why? Because if you want enjoyment, you will play more. So you will surf more, the gaming app particularly, you will be interacting with the app more. Number one. More adrenaline rush and more enjoyment, so you will be using that more. So literature of hedonism says if it is offering you enjoyment, you will use it more. So your involvement will increase. Look, why design will lead to involvement? You have to give a logic. Because of the design, your involvement will increase. Okay. Why utilitarian design will also increase your involvement? Because you need to book a cab. When you need a cab, you will be using Ola. Right. So there also you are involved. If you are not getting a cab nearby, you are again trying. You are involved. So utilitarian app design also increase your involvement. Okay, both.
Engagement.
Involvement or engagement. Here I have taken involvement, not engagement. Yes, but almost synonymous. We have taken it. Okay. Now the involvement or engagement will lead to app brand loyalty. More and more, literature says more and more you will be involved in an app every day or after 2 days, after 3 days, more frequently, you will be loyal to that particular app. Because through frequent interaction, loyalty will be developing. That is the logic for this second app. So I am giving a clear logic that design will lead to involvement will lead to app brand loyalty. These are my main mediation paths. Who is the mediator here? App category involvement is the mediator. Okay. The way I'm telling, you have to explain what is happening. What is very important. Then you see, I have taken two moderators, something kind of coordination and adult imagination at the top. What are they? They are moderators. Who start first? Sarfers are those category of customer, literature says that sarfers are those category of customers who use any particular app for just for exploration. They want to explore. So for example, I am searching for shopping app. Now I will search for different shopping app where I can get more variety of articles. Okay. So I'll just experiment with this. They are called surfers. So they just want to enjoy. They will enter the online environment, they will surf around and they will come out. Most probably they may buy or they may not buy. If they like something very much, they will impulsively buy. Otherwise, they will roam around and come back. Okay. They are called surfer. Now see, when the app design is very hedonic or enjoyable, then only surfers will start more. And then only surfer will be more and more your interested customers and will be more engaged with your app. But if your ad is not enjoyable, surfer will lack interest. Surfer will not roam around, surfer will just leave you. So if your intention is surfing, that will moderate. What is moderation? That will increase the effect of hedonic app design on app category involvement. That is the moderation. It will intensify. Okay, that particular part. Okay, that is the logic. Then aroused imagination. What is the aroused imagination? When you are using a VR platform, virtual reality, your imagination should be aroused, right? You should see something. You are playing a zombie game. When you are playing a zombie game, when you are playing a violent video game, it should arouse your imagination. That from anywhere anything can come. From anywhere anything can come. That arousal will motivate you more to serve, and you will be more and more engaged. That is the logic. This way you have to organize the logic. Okay. What I'm getting. You just see at the top, bottom, information seeking task orientation. What is information seeking task orientation? Broadly, there are two types of computer users, online users. One is surfer, another is information seeker. When I need information, students need information about prospective jobs. Students are task oriented because students are searching for jobs. Okay, so students are searching for different agencies and jobs. Okay, that is called when you are entering the online environment with a particular task code in your mind and you have to fulfill that within a limited time. They are called information seeking task orientation. That means you want a particular type of information and you only need that information. You don't want to spend your time in any other thing. Okay. Now, they are very suitable for utilitarian app design because an utilitarian app is designed to fulfill a particular task code. Ola app is only for cab booking. A banking transaction app is only for transacting money. When you need to transact money, you will use that particular app, right? So this will actually intensify the effect of these on this. This is the logic. This is the logic. Okay. What is information relevant? Obviously, if you have many chat, say chat GPT kind of, there are more chat GPTs. Just I am within coming 1 year, it will happen. There will be many AI based apps. Okay. Now, who will give you more authentic response? You will go to that app. Okay. Because in one app, one chat app, you are just seeing that same thing is getting repeated. Whatever you are asking, the AI is replying in the same manner. So it will not be relevant to you. But you will go to a particular chat app where you'll find that information is very relevant. What you are asking, it is replying to you. Okay, in a particular manner that will be more relevant, you will be more interested because that will help you. So say I am writing a research paper, I am trying to formulate my hypothesis and I am typing chat GPT that whether X leads to Y or not, whether X can create Y or not. Chat GPT is replying something. Then I am again typing, can Y lead to X? Can Y can be a cause of X? ChatGPT is almost replying in the same manner, the way it replied me before. That means there is something problem. It is not relevant. It is somewhere mugging up things, taking from here and there, and just throwing at me. So I will not rely on that particular AI. Okay. So information relevance is very important. So whatever response AI is giving to you, that should be relevant to you at that point in time. Okay. And especially if you are an information seeker, That means you are seeking particular information. You are thirsty for information. Okay. So this should intensify this part. That is why they are moderated, because they will increase the strength of the part. Now, app involvement will lead to app brand loyalty. More and more, you will interact with a particular app, you will be loyal to that app. But there are moderators. Have you heard about brand relationship quality? Any of you faculty, I think those who have done some research in branding, they might have heard it. There is something called brand relationship quality. It is not about first time relationship. When you are in a relationship, you are in a relationship with your brand, like our partner, there is quality up and down. Okay? So this relationship brand quality will go through ups and downs. Okay. Sometimes there are two types of brand relationship quality. One type of brand relationship quality is called hot brand relationship quality. Hot. What is hot? That means you feel very aroused about the brand. Okay. Say, I feel very aroused about Apple, iPhone. I feel very aroused about iPhone. When I take it in my hand, I feel something different. That means I am feeling some arousal. Okay. That is called hot BRQ. There is some cold BRQ. Because I always use Paytm, because I rely Paytm, I think Paytm is safe. So I make my transactions using Paytm, because many times it happens that pending transaction will not become converted into a repeat transaction in Paytm, because Paytm is very particular about that. Pending means within 1 minute, if it is pending, it will remain pending. Okay. So I rely Paytm. Why I rely Paytm? Because it is helping me in transaction in a very stable manner. So that is more utilitarian. It is fulfilling my functional need. That is called cold BRQ. So cold BRQ means when brand is functionally very useful to you. That is called cold BRQ. Hot BRQ means when you are feeling emotional arousal when you are interacting with the brand. So you see, when it is a hedonic app, hot BRQ will moderate the relation between app involvement and brand loyalty. When it is a utilitarian app, cold BRQ should moderate the relation between app category involvement and app brand loyalty. So logically it is correct. Is there any problem in the logic you can tell? Now the way I am telling, my reviewers were convinced with that. You may not be convinced, but few of you may not be convinced. My reviewers convinced with that. They accepted the literature review and it got published. So logic should be very clear, and that is the point here. Now I am coming to methodology part, which few faculty members, few of my colleagues have already asked. Very, very important. And one person asked that whether for methodology paper get rejected or not. Yes, right? Yes. Is that first reason why paper get rejected is your research gap. If your research gap is not unique, paper will get rejected. Number one. Number two, if the logic behind your hypothesis are not clear, paper will get rejected. Number two. Third most important is methodology. Many workshops, many students also ask me, PhD students, I'm guiding, they ask me, sir, if we do just t-test to test this relationship, it is not good. I think it will not be published. I tell, if you use t-test and don't use anything else, only t-test, then also paper will get published. Because t-test is more suitable for your hypothesis. Whatever methodology you are using, that should be suitable for your hypothesis. Okay. So don't go by a fancy methodology. That because somehow I have to use experimental designing, so I have to use experimental designing. No, never do that. Okay. Because if you are until you have formulated some hypothesis, why you are doing experimental design? These hypotheses could have been tested by running a normal regression. Why you are not doing regression and doing an experimental design thoroughly? For methodology, paper will not get published. Paper will be published for your research problem and hypothesis, how new they are, how novel they are. Whether the variables are very novel, very good. Variables should be very novel, very interesting. Something which people have not heard. You are now proposing a new term. You are proposing a new coin, very good for the paper. You are coining a new term, very good for the paper. Methodology, reviewers also know that you know regression. But you are using t-test because t-test is required in your case. That is why you are using t-test. Okay. Yes. That's very difficult. If you new methodology, for example, there are some new methodologies which are coming up, like fuzzy logic. Okay, many people are working on that. Very experimental field it is. Now, there are few methodological journals which publish this type of paper. But most of the good journals, they are very rigid about existing methodology. Reviewer will give a comment that from where you are finding such methodology, you are not following a particular norm. So whatever you are doing, if that is established, that is always better. If you experiment, you don't know when they will be published and when they will be accepted. Regarding methodology, I normally don't encourage to experiment. You can experiment with your research care, but not with methodology. Methodology is something which is very routinized. You should follow that properly. Okay. Now, give strong reason when selecting your sample demographic profile. Very, very important. In the first paragraph of your methodology, why you have selected a student sample between 18 to 25? Why you are selecting 18 to 25 and why do you think that given your research problem, 18 to 25 are the best samples? You have to give a strong logic. Why not 30 plus? Why not 45 plus consumers you have selected? Why only student sample? Because you are a teacher, I am working in a particular business school, I am selecting student sample, very bad. People will ask, that is not the logic for your sample. Okay. So who are the target users of the product that you have used in your study? There should be your sample. Okay. Yes. Yes, true representative of your customer population. And if you are using a say gaming app and your study is on violent gaming app, normally young people play violent gaming app. Okay. So 18 to 25, 27, good. If you are studying some knowledge given app, okay, then you should go to 40 plus, 50 plus, all types of it. Yes, even faculty, even student. So there should be a good mix of this right. No, sir. Yes, sir. Now, is it good to take student sample? Many times I got comments from the reviewer. Why have you taken only student? Why have you taken only student? Only student you should take only when the product is very particular to students. Then only. Yes, only students. Then, but thing is that if I take, say I am doing a study on electric vehicle, then I should not take only students. Not required. Okay. I hope that it is going fine. I am making sense, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Thank you very much. Provide a detailed table for sample profile. Very, very important. Provide a very big table for your sample profile. State the age group, state the mean age, state the income range, state the average annual income. Okay, state the gender ratio in one table. That one table is very important. That will be sample profile. Yes, sir. Normally, that is suggested that your sample statistics should not be matched with your result. Your result table must be different. Different. Must not be in one table. But sample table, everything you can show in one table. That is good. That is okay. Provide a separate table showing all your scale items and the source of all your items. Very, very important. Many a times we write a paper, we say that we have used item measuring brand loyalty from Y et al. And we don't show the item. We don't show the item. Not good. You make one table showing all your items that you have used in your study. So a table will be there, that table will be called in construct item. And construct item table will show construct their item in a detailed manner. Okay, so it will be very clear. Which source? The table will also contain from which you have taken those items. Take appropriate covariate. What is the covariate? We all know, because in every study you must take covariate. I hope that we already know about the covariate. Covariates are those variables which are not directly there in your hypothesis, but they can impact your relationship. Right. Not latent variable matter. For example, fewer testing customer satisfaction can positively impact loyalty. A simple example. Now, for a particular app that you are testing, age-wise it will vary. Right, for younger people, the impact can be more. For older people, the impact can be less. So, age is a covariate. You have to take age as a covariate. But you have not taken age in your model. So you have taken covariate, and in any statistical table, statistical tool, covariate box is there. In SPSS, before using SPSS, regression or AMO structural equation modeling, you will find covariate box. In the covariate box, you have to drag all the covariates. For example, age, you have to drag to that box. Okay, that means that particular covariate will be controlled for. Effect of that covariate will be controlled for. So, if satisfaction is impacting loyalty, but for age, that effect can be changed. But what system will do? System will control the effect of age. So, you will get a true effect of satisfaction of loyalty after eliminating the effect of age. So, that is why it is very important to take covariate in your research. Normally, a good journal will ask you, why you have not taken covariate? You have done research, you have tested the relationship, but you have not taken any covariate. There are so many covariates. For one example, say, in this particular, I'm little going back. In this particular model, I have taken different tabs. Okay, pure utilitarian app, pure hedonic app. So pure gaming app, they are hedonic. Pure app like Ola, they are utilitarian. Now, and in that way to create one app. Even your relationship will be different. Okay, and depending on even your income level, your occupation level, things can be different. Okay, so your income level, age, occupation, you should collect data. When you are collecting data, you should collect data for all. You should put them in your data set and you should drag them in the covariate box when you are doing a statistical analysis. Then your result will be robust, your reader will see that you have taken so many covariates, that means you have controlled their effects. Okay, that is very important. Yes. Meaningfully, very same, we use the terms interchangeably, but their roles are same. They actually impact your result from an outside. That you should avoid. This I did on mobile. Mobile means that I wrote a questionnaire. Among the respondents like you, sir, here I am talking about the primary data. So here I am talking primary data, not secondary data. So those who are doing finance system, they may use many secondary data, but it is marketing research, so it is just not primary data. Yeah. Yes.
Are published by good journals. So, there are many cases because you cannot use even secondary or primary data for the collection. So, you limited data also is available. Even we conduct sometimes cases we have to remove mechanism there. Usually, sample size is very small, and when you have a particular safety or some case studies when you're studying for that particular field, so now good journals are considering.
What one needed study? Yes. Very good question. Those who want to complete qualitative research, where they minus say, There are few qualitative journals. They are dedicated. They publish only qualitatively. For example, in the marketing, there is their qualitative market research. An international journal, it is B category, it is emerging. It publishes qualitatively. There are very few journals which only publish qualitatively. They will not publish any quantitative research, you can easily submit your paper to them. But those journals which publish any kind of methodology, qualitative, quantitative, they normally don't accept quality. They are biased towards quantitative. And it is the fact. You have to struggle a lot to get it published. Because reviewers are not happy with qualitative. They will tell you have conducted interview, that is not enough. It is biased. So do a quantitative study. Again, they will ask you. Then you have to repeat. You have to do it again. Yeah. Madam, qualitative.
Can you make the, I can find in ABDC journals, I find
One way is that, ma'am, now we research when I write a qualitative paper. ABDC list, in ABDC list, we will start by the starting qualitative. Control F qualitative, you will get.
keyword quality.
Yes, and you will get it from the left list. Actually.
I don't know.
Yes. Use your covariates in your CFA. Your CFA is a must. First, you have to do a CFA. Confirmatory factor analysis, sometimes you skip. If you skip, there is a big validity question. Whenever you are using many questionnaire, many items in your questionnaire and you are using many constructs, you have to do a CFA. Okay. Don't jump to SCM without doing CFA. Don't jump to SCM without doing CFA. It is a big methodological problem. Okay. So first do your confirmatory factor analysis. Check your measurement model validity. And depending on your hypothesis, you have to select a statistical tool. As I already told. Okay. So if you are using only ANOVA, it is fine. If your hypothesis needs ANOVA, if your hypothesis needs only ANOVA, do it. But if you want to make your paper a little bigger, little elaborate, then you make your hypothesis such that you need some ANOVA as well as you need some structural equation modeling. Combine them. It will look big. It will look more robust. So you make your hypothesis like that, that sometimes you can use multiple methods. Multiple methods are good. Okay. Reviewer automatically get impressed that you have used multiple methods, not only one method. When experimental design is suitable, these days, experimental designs are getting published a lot, especially in my area, marketing. When experimental design is suitable, when your customers need stimuli, you give them some stimuli and then collect data. For example, you show them some ad. After that, you get their responses. That is called experimental designing and more impactful. It is more appealing to the reviewer because you have done some experiment and you have shown them some stimulus which actually impacted them, and after that you are collecting data related to the data. So that is why experimental designing is always encouraged. It is good. Okay. Now experimental design, only one problem is that you have to write a lot. Experimental design, you have to write the setup. You have to write about the setup, how you have conducted the experiment in a lab in detail. Then your experiment can be based on scenario. Sometimes scenario based experiments are possible. So you have to give some big scenario, one paragraph scenario to one group, another paragraph scenario to another group of customers. They will read the scenario, will fill the question here after that. This scenario you have to put in the appendix. Reviewer will ask you, what scenario you have distributed among your respondents? Without scenario, you cannot. Okay, you have to give in detail. If you are given stimulus, say you are doing a field experiment where you have put up stalls. In the stall, some brand brochures are there. People will come, will take the brochure. After go through the brochure, and after that they will rate your questionnaire. This type of experiments are also there. Here you have to take sometimes photographs of the respondents. that they are coming to your stall, they are checking your brochure, then they are filling questionnaire. One reviewer of my experimental design study recently commented on which I am doing the reworking. I conducted an experiment already at IMT Ghaziabad. I forgot to click photo. Now the reviewer is telling you give evidence that you have conducted experiment. Lab experiment, you give photo. Again, I am conducting the experiment. So my whole data is gone. I am conducting the experiment again in computer lab. For that, I needed to take permission from a director. Without permission of the director, lab assistant does not allow. So I am again conducting it second time, and this time I am clicking photo. Okay, so they demand it. When your hypothesis is such that you have to provide stimuli in order to divide your respondent into group. Okay, so experimental design means this. You divide your customers or divide your respondents by giving them some stimuli. And that is the basic of experimental design. And your stimuli, normally, whatever stimuli you use, that can be ad copy, that can be with paid or without paid, participating in an event. Everywhere you have to give some photo. Okay, for advertisement copy, you have to give a newspaper kind of print photo. Okay, this type of thing. If it is a video, sometimes video ad also you can show. Video link has to be given. Many journals ask for the video advertisement that you have used. Now, what many top journals are doing, they allow hypothetical ad. That means for your experiment purpose, you are designing a particular ad. So you are asking your students to design an ad. They are shooting some ad and uploading on YouTube. After that, you show that ad to a respondents and take their response. That is also allowed, but you have to give a link for that. You can do field experiment or scenario based experiment. Both are okay, both are fine, but with supportive evidence, otherwise not. If you are doing field experiment, you are expected to attach relevant photographs of the field experiment setup. If you are doing scenario based experiment, provide the scenarios used in a separate appendix. Appendix section will be very big actually. If you are writing an experimental design paper, normally appendix will be very big. Your word count will increase. Your appendix may be for 1000 words or 700 words or 600 words, and your total word count of your paper will increase for that. You know, in many journals, word count is also a problem. There is a journal called Marketing Intelligence and Planning. Those who are doing in marketing, MIP, Marketing Intelligence and Planning, it is a BDC A category journal. Very particular about word count. The journal word limit is 8000 words. If your paper is 8001 words, it will return you. Editor will return you, will ask you to make it within 8000. Otherwise, it will not take. So, word count of the journal is very important. Few journals are take very small paper, like 6000. Few journals take big paper, like 12,000. Okay, this way. You have to go through the guidelines first. So, if your study is very big, you have to choose a journal accordingly. SCM versus Hayes process macro. Those who use Hayes process macro in SPSS probably will be able to relate with it. We are very familiar with SCM. Now there is a new tool called Hayes process macro. SPSS, it is SPSS actually. So Hayes process macro is the code that is available online free, and you can download that code and you can install that code within your SPSS and you can use it. So Hayes process macro, those who have used it, they know it very well that it is very good in terms of testing moderation and mediation. Okay, it gives a bootstrapped result. The bootstrap means it will create many resamples. So many resamples. So if your sample is small, like 150, it will give you a result equivalent to 500 sample size because it will create many resamples. Okay, and the resampling facility is not there in SCM, traditional SCM. So we use Hayes process macro. Those who have not tried Hayes process macro can try it. It is freely available. It is a code. PLS can be used. A very good question, ma'am. PLS, in my experience, sometimes reviewers say that in PLS you will not get model fit indices like CMIN. like GFI, CFI, RMSCA. In POS, different. You will get beta. But
Yeah, and
I use PLS very less actually. I normally almost I don't use PLS. I use STM using amount. But my friends use PLS. If PLS gives model fit
yeah, it is there. Model fitting also is there.
then it's fine.
And second, also we can have with a less sample size also.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, PLS can be.
What is smart?
Smart PLS is there, the new version. Actually, my colleague is using it very frequently. He sometimes talks smart PLS gives a better result. Better result. It is good. Yes. Market feedback is also good. Strength of SCM is model fit indices and item loading. Okay. SCM, you will get many model fit indices. Those who use SCM, they know there's so many model fit indices. Okay. Like your CFI, NFI, RFI, RMSCA, GFI, AGFI, etc. So you can give a series of model fit indices and that will make your result more robust. And yes, there is one problem with Hayes. Hayes does not give model fit indices. And in Hayes, you cannot use multi-item. You have to average up. So for every construct, you have to use the average score, not many items. So there is a limitation of Hayes. Okay. So you have to do a trade-off. You should give strong logic that why you are using either of them. You have to give a logic because you are using it. Okay. Show outputs in your own table. Never copy and paste your original output. Say I am getting an output from SPSS. I have seen while reviewing, many authors do. In order to make it more original, they directly copy it from SPSS output, paste it. Never do that. Because not required, you are submitting your data set. You are already submitting your data. If a reviewer is suspicious about your originality, reviewer will check it. Reviewer will run the data and check it, whether results are coming or not. Okay, so no issue, but never copy paste the original output. Make your own table. That is. Yes. After all your study results are described in your paper. So for every phase you describe why you got a positive effect, why you got a negative effect, what is significant, what is not significant. Now you do a general discussion of your study results. Okay. What is general discussion? There should be a small general discussion GD section just after the result. Before theoretical contribution, it is not theoretical contribution. It is different from theoretical contribution. GD should summarize all study results in one paragraph. Okay, so X has a positive effect on Y has a positive effect on Z. A moderates the effect of X on Y, B moderates the effect of Y on Z, etc., etc. Why it is happening, why it is not happening, everything you summarize in one paragraph. That means you have conducted study 1, study 2, study 3, you have run ANOVA, you have run t-test, then you are doing SCM. All these are phase by phase in your result section. Now, what is the objective of general discussion? The objective of general discussion is that now you are concluding your results and you are summarizing in a nutshell. Okay, which is very important. Okay. It gives a good ending of your result. And what is very important in general discussion, you are formulating 10 hypotheses. Out of that, 8 will get supported, 2 will not get supported. Am I correct? Most of the time. For this 2, why you are not getting a support? You have to give a logic for that. Mainly, probably, this is the reason that this study was conducted among the young people. Young people are not so much exposed to this particular media. That is why we got an insignificant effect of this on this.
Maybe this study was culture.
Other countries.
Maybe because of which in India it's
Exactly. Very good way to write it. By giving a cultural reason. Yeah, you have to give it. Okay, and that you should do. Don't leave your not significant result unexplained. Please don't leave your non-significant result unexplained. Very bad. The reviewer will ask results are incomplete. You have not conducted your study properly. Your sample was wrong, so you didn't get all your hypothesis supported. Redo. Reviewer will simply ask collect sample again. Do your study. No. In order to avoid that, you should give a contextual reason behind your study. Now I'm coming to theoretical contribution. We get many complicated review comments regarding theoretical contribution, and many papers get rejected at this stage. You have done a big model and you have studied a lot. You have collected a big sample and you have analyzed. After that, reviewer is telling that what theory finally coming out from your study. What is the theoretical extension of your study? For example, you are testing theory of planned behavior. Those who are in marketing very familiar with TPB, theory of planned behavior. Okay, stimulus organism response. There are so many old theories. Now, all these old theories are already tested. Now, why you are testing it again? Yes, here you have to say that theory of planned behavior has not been tested in the context of prosumer when prosumers are taking part in co-creating an app and also using the same app. Okay, so you are testing this particular theory in the context of prosumer. This way you have to explain that your theory has been extended. It is just playing with the words, very honestly saying it is just playing with the words, but you have to show that theoretical grounding, proper justification, that the theory of planned behavior that you have selected, that is the best theory that you have selected, and in this case, it has not been studied. Okay, that's all. What are the theories that have been empirically tested for the first time in your unique study context? You are using 3 theories. Out of that, 2 theories might have been tested earlier. It may happen. You focus on the 3rd theory, which is first time getting tested. That will be a very strong point, and you can position your paper based on that. That stimulus organism response SOR has not been tested. In this case, at least recently in the last 10 years, you didn't find any such paper which has tested SOR. So now you are backing up your theory based on this extension. You can do that. Yes. Now you see, when you are writing your theoretical foundation, you must remember that your main theories you have already explained in your literature part. Your main theories you have already explained in your literature part. Now, when you write your theoretical foundation, you cannot deviate from that. Whatever theories you mentioned in the literature part, now you have to explain that those theories are very appropriately used in your study. You just have to summarize that. Now you cannot say suddenly new theory. No, that is not allowed. Okay. So stick to the literature review theory that you have already explained. Okay. Managerial implication. You please remember that when I suggested you to make your introduction there, I suggested you to give managerial links like Forbes magazine, etc., which talk about this issue. So your problem has happened in some industry. So your intro should show that your problem has happened in some industry. Okay. So your intro should not be a boring literature review because your intro is different from literature. So now what you do, here you explain what key strategic insights the manager can get from the relationships that you have tested. What are the strategic insights that will help the manager to make a decision? Now, using my model, how if you just say I am explaining the particular app model, the arrow model that I just explained, and if you managers sit here who are never academician, who didn't do PhD, what decision they can make from that model? that you have to write in your managerial implication. So in your managerial implication, please don't include theoretical jargon. Managerial implication is not for that purpose. Okay. Will you study help managers in effective market segmentation and targeting? That means you have included such a variable in my app model. Just recall that model, please. I talked about surfer and information seeker. My model suggests that a hedonic app should target surfers and utilitarian app should target information seekers who are searching for task relevant information. And hedonic app are for surfers who want fun and enjoyment. So there is a segmentation implication in that model that is coming out. Okay. And will you study help managers in stronger positioning of brands in a particular industry? Are you proposing a very new kind of positioning platform for a particular brand? Okay. So new brand personality dimension you are identifying. Okay. On that it can be positioned. Okay. Very good. Very well. How your study insights will help managers in increasing store patronage. Store footfall should increase. So there are many studies, for example, based on store ambience cues. So there are studies which show that if you play pleasant music, not very aggressive music, if you play pleasant music, instrumental music, but pleasant, calm, that actually increases the pickup, and you are picking up thing and putting on cart. So you're picking up and putting on cart will enhance because of pleasant music. Okay. So there is a managerial implication that will increase the store footfall. That is what important. How music will help, how product assortment can help, whether executives should intervene or not in a store. For example, there are self-help stores where you are moving around with your cart and you are doing it alone. You are not finding out something, you are getting annoyed, you are searching for it. That time an executive should come immediately, should help you, assist you. Sir, you are not finding anything? Please let me know. May I help you? Store assistance, how important it is. Okay. So obviously many customers will prefer to go to that store. What are the actionable variables in your study model? Very, very important in your managerial implication part. Actionable variable. So in a model, for example, my model, app development model, honestly saying all variables are not actionable. What variables are actionable? For example, information relevance in my model was an actionable variable because managers can provide very relevant information to the app user. What information app users need when they're using that app? Managers should study that. The user mainly seeking what type of information. That type of information should be sent. ChatGPT should provide very relevant information, and that managers can design the app in such a way. But for example, hedonic app and utilitarian app, they are not very managerially actionable. There are few apps which are very entertaining. There are few apps which are very transactional. They are inbuilt. They are already inbuilt. The app is like that. Now that is given. Managers cannot do anything about it. Now my app, I am a manager of Uber. So my Uber app is given. Now I have to make my customers use more and more Uber. So I have to give relevant information, less cancellation, etc. etc. Okay. And if I have a gaming app, I am a manager of gaming app, then more imaginative things I have to put in my app so that it will arouse the imagination while playing the game. The player will play more and more. That is managerially actionable. So you explain what are the variables that are managerially actionable or not. More managerially actionable variables are there. That will be a strong point for your paper. Okay. Very, very important. All social science studies have limitations. We should not be shy while mentioning all limitations. Our study must have limitations. If you are not mentioning limitation, that means you are hiding something that is not going to work. So reviewer will find the fault. Before reviewer finds the fault, you find the fault. And that is a good strategy. I'm telling you. Okay. So, for example, your limitation that you will identify from your own study, that will give a basis for future. More future research can be done based on that limitation, and that means your study has a strong future research direction. Okay. What type of limitation you should state? Normally we do cross-sectional study. 99% I believe whatever study we do, they are cross-sectional. That means I am collecting data at one go from a sample. So I am collecting data from a group of respondents and I am analyzing that. That is a cross-sectional study. Many times you overlook longitudinal study. Okay, say I am taking a group of 10 people only. I'll just get them questionnaire filled after 3 months, after 4 months, after 12 months. It will take a long time. I'll see their behavior change, whether their behavior is changing over a period of time. In between, I am giving them ad stimuli, ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, whether the behavior is changing after watching those ads. Okay. Or it can remain unchanged. There are many interesting studies. For example, teaser ad. So you all know about teaser ad. Teaser ads are in a series. There will be teaser 1, then teaser 2 will come, then teaser 3 will come, a new movie, first teaser will come. After 1 month, second teaser will come. When the movie will be released, the ad will come. Right? So how these different teasers are impacting the customers in the market? So you have to select a particular panel for that. A very common group of customers, and you don't change them. You go to that common sample and you ask them, have you seen teaser 1? Okay, what is your reaction? Then you see teaser 2 after 1 month, then you take response, have you seen teaser 2? What you are getting? Whether they are getting more excited for the release of the brand or not. That is the objective of the teaser. If they are not getting more excited about the brand launch, then teaser is a failure. Teaser's objective is not fulfilled. So impact of a teaser ad, for example, can be done through a longitudinal study. Okay, so you have to do that. Now, if you have not done a longitudinal study problem is that it is quite a long study. It takes even years, and we have to publish within a year. So we cannot afford. We take shortcut. We do cross-sectional study, which is a no doubt a limitation. But you mentioned that, no issue. Longitudinal sample size can be very less. Yes, because it is a panel sampling. Panel sampling can be less. But repeated study from the same sample. That is what important. Right.
What should the appropriate percentage of longitudinal?
So for longitudinal sample study, if I have seen a very good paper, they have taken 60, 70 samples. They have done. It is allowed, no problem. It is also called wave study. Now this is a terminology, wave study. How many wave means data collection? After 3 months, one wave, that means you are collecting response. Second wave, you are collecting another response after 6 months. So reviewers want more waves. 2, 3, 4, more collection. This is called wave study. Have you excluded any segment when you did this study? I have conducted the study only among the young people. I have excluded the aged people. So aged people are also customers of this product. Yes, then it is a limitation. You tell that. Okay. Yeah, future research. Object on it. Before reviewer object on it, you object by yourself in your limitation section. Then normally what happens, if you state priority, that these are limitations of your study, reviewer will not ask you any question on that. So you are honest. You are aware of it and you are stating that. Otherwise, in the comment, reviewer will do another study by taking an agent sample, do another study, include the result, your work will be multiple. Yes, sir. Will it be interesting to examine the roles of some other moderator or mediator that you have not considered? Whatever moderator or mediator I have used in my model, all of us, we use different moderator mediator, right? When we make a model, Now question is that there are many other moderator mediator possible. I have not taken them. Try to find out that in my app model, in my app involvement model, whether other moderator mediators are possible or not. Yes, very much possible. I am sure. Try to find out and stay within the limitation that we have not considered these moderators. We have not considered these mediators. Okay. So these limitations are honesty of the researchers, and these will improve the quality of research because future research direction is very, very important at the end of a paper. Have you excluded any important covariance? You have not taken enough covariance. That can happen. I have taken only age as a covariance. You can take gender as a covariance. Whether app involvement can vary across gender or not? Yes, male, female. App involvement can vary. I have not taken gender as a covariance. So that is a limitation in my study. Now, I am done with my content, but now I hope that many questions given unanswered. Please, you can. What are the questions? Please ask.
What question I would like to ask?
Thank you very much. And I am very privileged that you are giving me a chance to interact. Okay. And very patient audience who listen to this. Thank you very much.
You all are eager to learn.
Yeah, that's sure. That's sure. Thank you very much. And it's a very nice, I think, very conducive environment. The faculty members are very crazy about research. It is only for research such a long workshop, and you are attending that. Commendable job.
Timelines for publication, experience.
Yes.
How to make form, we have to make
Very good position. Very good. Those who are trying but struggling to submit a paper in a category journal, for them I can tell, patience is the first important thing. In a category journal, rejection rate is very high. Normally it is 70%, like out of 100, 70 papers get rejected. So, first submission you will get rejected, second submission also you will get rejected, third submission may be accepted. Okay. One paper can take 1.5 year, 2 years. Yes, one paper. I have this. Okay. Normally, as per journal policy, every reviewer is expected to give a review within 1 month. Okay, within 1 month. Now, what happens? Many reviewers don't reply. Many reviewers overlook the deadline. Many reviewers reply after 2 months. And editor waits for 4, 5, 6 reviewers comments for your paper. So you are getting only 2 reviewers comments. But editor is choosing out of 5 and sending you 2. So it is not that editor got 2 reviewers comments and immediately sending it. Okay, we got to take and revise your paper. No. Editors are also very choosy because more submissions are happening. For every journal, submission has increased like anything. Editors have no scarcity of paper. And editors want best paper depending on the level of the journal. So editor is getting 1 reviewer after 1 month, 2 review comments after 3 months, 3 review comments after 5 months. After 5 months, editor will send you all. So 1 review cycle can take even 6 months.
Yes.
It will take. Okay. So you have to be very patient. And after that, rejection can come. Now, regarding rejection rule, based on my experience, all these top tier journals are now A category journal. If you consider, all reviewers should say accepted, which is very tough. All 3 reviewers should say accepted. Then only your paper will be accepted. If the 3 reviewers, one is telling accepted, other is telling major revision, another is giving minor revision, your paper is rejected. Paper is rejected, which is very tough. All 3 should say accepted. One should be positive, very good for you. Another major revision, but should be positive. A reviewer gives major revision, but negative, very, very negative. The reviewer says, I am not at all convinced with the study, the way it is done. The study should be completely scrapped and redo. Editor will reject your paper. because editor does not need that paper. There are many other papers in the pipeline, editor does not need. Editor will politely write you, please submit to another outlet and find the review comment that may be helpful for you. This way. Okay. So you will get a humble rejection mail. Because submissions have increased a lot and journals have plenty of papers. Okay. Out of 100 papers, your paper should sign. So at every step rejection happens. First title, then literature review, then methodology, then discussion. Every step, if very negative comments are received by your paper will be rejected. You have to get a CD positive or positive comment from all this. That's the
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I'm a research scholar. This is my first year of PhD.
Yeah.
So although I have a lot of questions, but I just leave it like we were talking about limitation here. So let's say my respondents are just for like one of the location, let's say Pune city. And in my PhD topic, I'm not defining my scope of location. Okay, my respondents are not defined or limit there. So would it be a limitation? Let's say I'm just taking Pune and Mysore.
What is the elimination of your paper? What is your good name?
My name is Reserach.
Ranvir.
Reserach.
Vaibhav. Can I call it Vaibhav?
Yeah.
Vaibhav. When you are writing your sampling section, in sampling section, you should first clearly explain the age bracket of your respondent from this age to this age with average age. Then income bracket, average annual income from this to this with average annual income. This okay, and gender percentage. How many percentage is male? How many percentage is female? Must. If you are not mentioning them clearly, that is the limitation of your study. You must mention them. Then you have to give a logic why you have selected this age bracket, why you have selected this income bracket, etc., etc. There should be a logic for that. Why young? Why aged? Why rich? Why middle class? Why poor? Tier 3. Okay. With logic and with proper mean and proper bracket, if you are putting your sample profile, then only it is good, full and final. Otherwise, not.
One more very quick thing. So I'm not getting a clarity on this. So is it now mandatory to publish research papers for students now? I've like read somewhere like it is now not mandatory, but is it?
In IIT Ghaziabad also this thing was debated in the meeting that whether PhD scholar must publish any research paper or not. As per the latest UPC rule, at least one publication should come before your paper. One publication that should be focused. That is the. That is it. Any other question? I will be very happy if this is beneficial to you, anyway. And it is very interactive. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Please have a seat, sir. Internal committee ready? Internal committee? Is there someone? Just say if there is someone. Momento. So thank you very much, Dr. Vigyan Sarkar, for sharing your valuable views. And this is said that if you want to publish your paper in a star journal, then other than the idea that sir shared with us, two things are more important. And first thing is the research title, idea of your research. That should be apt. Means research methodology is given a secondary rating. First rating is given to research title and research idea. So even if as sir mentioned, even if you are having a t-test, small t-test, and if you have a great idea, then it can be published in a good research journal. So with this, we come to the end of this research methodology workshop. And as an attitude of gratitude, I would request Dr. Alok Bansal to record momentum to our distinguished guest for sparing his valuable time and sharing lots of valuable things in terms of research. And definitely it will help us, all of us, to write good research papers in A star and A category journals. Thank you very much, sir. So this comes to the end of our first day of our international conference. Tomorrow, sharp at 10 a.m., we'll start our session. All of you are requested to please join. All the online participants, online delegates are requested to sharp log in through the Zoom ID that has been provided to you. Sharp at 10 a.m. Our session will start sharp at 10 a.m. There are 3 different categories of session tomorrow. First should be best PhD contest in the same hall. Then there is Jigyasa, that is student research contest, and third, 10 parallel technical sessions. The details of technical sessions are mentioned in the atrium. So you have to find your track, in which track you are presenting your research paper, and then you have to move to the respective room for presenting your research paper. In case of any assistance required, you can contact your co-session chair, and also you can forward, if you're coming physically to present your research paper, then you can submit your presentation to them. If you are joining online, then session chair will allow you to share your presentation in an online mode. With this, thank you very much for patience listening and making this particular day memorable. Thank you.